All right, welcome in everybody. I think we're live. Orioles baseball. Father and son having fun together. Anyway, welcome in everybody. Good to have you here. Orioles Red Sox game 2 of a 3-game set at Fenway Park. We're going to break down lineups and everything here in just a minute. Good to have everybody in. I hope you're all having a good start to your Wednesday night. Hoping everything works out tonight. Good to have all of you in here. I don't know who's here and who's not here yet, but welcome in everybody. We've got lots to talk about. Going to break down the lineups here in just a minute. There's Melissa. There's Jeannie. Hi everybody. Welcome in. All right, let's go ahead over for the visiting Orioles. Woohoo! Orioles got Taylor Ward batting first, leading off in left field. Gunnar Henderson batting second and shortstop. Adley Rutschman's batting third and catching. Pete Alonso's batting fourth and first base. Kobe Mayo is fifth at third base. Samuel Basayo is sixth at DH. O'Neill is batting seventh in right field. Jackson Holly is batting eighth at second base and batting ninth. In center field is Blaze Alexander. For the Orioles today, it's going to be pitcher is Chris Bassett is on the mound. For the Red Sox, Jarren Duran is batting first. Rafaela is batting second. Abreu third. Contreras fourth. Yoshida fifth. Gasper sixth. Kiner Falefa seventh. Meyer eighth. And Durbin ninth. And for the home Red Sox, Tolley will be pitching for them. Peyton Tolley versus Chris Bassett. Should be a very, very interesting matchup. Anyway, welcome in, everybody. Good to have you here. Hey, there's Michaela. Welcome in, Michaela. Nice to see you. Daniel Barry is here as well. Good to see everybody. Please hit the like button as you're coming in. We've already got 10 likes. We're already 25% of the way to our goal. Hey, Mr. Fred said, welcome in. Let's go O's, right? Amen. You know, Orioles yesterday got game 1 of the series. A couple big home runs. Kobe Mayo hit another home run. Pete Alonso hit a 2-run homer. And to his credit, Shane Baz pitched well. 7 innings, 2 runs. Orioles held on for the win. And they get the first game of this set. And they're now only 1 game out of the wild card spot, if you can believe that. With as bad as the Orioles played as early as they did early on, they have really kind of turned it around. Got to give credit where it's due. They've really shown some resilience. I think part of it is, A, guys are starting to settle in. I think, B, guys are starting to turn their season around. You know, Gunnar, Pete Alonso, Kobe Mayo, a lot of those guys early on did not have good starts. They're starting to heat up. And the pitchers have come around. They've really done a good job of late of keeping the Orioles in these ball games. They've done a really good job of making... How do I word this correctly? Let me move this over just a little bit. Let's see. That's where I want to be. I want to be right about there. Let's see what that looks like. But they've just done a better job this year of really, I don't know how to say it, lately, of just keeping the Orioles in ball games. And it's been a big deal. When you do that, you keep the Orioles in the games, it's really going to help to make it, you know, keep them with an opportunity to win the games. Can the O's momentum carry over to back-to-back on the road wins? I hope so, Fred. Again, they've got Chris Bassett on the mound, veteran. He's been there. He's done that. And I would hope that it does. But I guess we'll find out in just a few minutes. Again, it's absolutely stunning when you think about the fact that for as bad as the Orioles have played so far in the season, the entire American League as a whole is down. I think there's 4 or 5 teams over 500 for the season. So not very many at all. And, they've done a good job of at least keeping themselves in the potential in the running for a playoff spot. It does, Fred. I agree. I mean, when the longer you can have a pitcher go, when they're going 7 innings, 8 innings, you're giving your bullpen rest, and you're allowing for the bullpen to really, get set up for good matchups that favor those pitchers. And I think that's a big deal. And, the Orioles just continue. I said earlier, and I still stick to it, but to a lesser extent, I was saying for the longest time, the Orioles need to start stacking wins. You need to start stacking wins, period. Winning 1, losing 1, winning 2, losing 2, winning 1, losing 2, winning 2, losing 1. That's not going to cut it. At some point, you got to start stacking wins. You got to win 8 out of 10, 9 out of 11, 15 out of 17. You got to start having those types of wins, and the Orioles are now starting to do that. They've won. I think they're like 7-3 or 8-2 over the last 10 games. That's what they need to do more of. Keep winning series. Try to get a series here or there where you can get a sweep. They got it against Tampa. They split against Toronto, which is fine. It is what it is. They've gotten the first one here against Boston. Try to get this one tonight. You get this one tonight. You win the series. Tomorrow afternoon, because tomorrow's getaway day, tomorrow afternoon is cake. If you can get that one too, even better. But if you don't, if you win tonight, you've got the series. You're moving on to Toronto with a little bit of momentum. So really want to see the Orioles continue to play well. I think it has all combined for them lately. They've pitched better, their defense has been better, and their offense has been better. What's up, Jeff? Welcome in, man. Jeff Snook, welcome. Good to see you, buddy. Brian Pearson said, do you think the Baltimore Orioles will get a wild card and make the playoffs? Or do you think they're a long way away from thinking about that at this point? Brian, yes to both of those questions. Yes, I think they have a chance at making the playoffs and getting a wild card. But it's still a long way to go. Anything could happen. They could fall off again and fall completely out of contention. But they could very well, if they continue to play the way they're playing, they will very much make a run at a wild card. I think they're a little too far back at this point to really think about division. The Yankees and Tampa Bay would really have to fall back a little bit, which is potentially possible. But I don't think that they're in a position to worry about the division. I think right now that all the Orioles need to worry about is continuing to win series and trying to continue to stack wins. Because games in April and May are just as important as the games are in September. So the Orioles just need to continue to play well, continue to stack their wins, put themselves in a very good position for the end of the season to make a run. What's really interesting about the Orioles, and I don't know how to answer this question myself, but what are they going to do if they're in the running at the end of July and we get to the trade deadline? How do they handle the trade deadline? That's what I'm going to be most interested in. Anyway, again, Taylor Ward, Gunnar Henderson, Adley Rutschman, Pete Alonso, Kobe Mayo, Samuel Basayo, Tyler O'Neill, Jackson Holiday, Blaze Alexander, and Taylor Ward is stepping to the plate, and we're about to get started, folks. Do you think at the MLB trade deadline they'll get some better players or they'll keep what they have? Well, I kind of answered that, Brian. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know that they have the pieces anymore that they used to have to be able to go out there and get a bona fide major piece, whether that be offensive or pitching. I don't know. All right, Peyton Tolley's ready. Here we go. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike. 0-1. Tolley, of course, is a lefty. Yeah, Fred, they do have the veterans to make a run. They do. They have good balance. Veterans and younger guys. 0-1 pitch. Here's a cutter off the plate. 1-1. Again, the Orioles just need to continue to play good baseball. 1-1 pitch. Here's a strike on a fastball. 1-2. D. Barker, welcome in. Just got an alert that the best caller of Oh, thank you, D. Parker. I appreciate you saying that. All right, 1-2 pitch to Taylor Ward. Here it is. That's a fastball high, way high and outside. Ball 2, 2-2. So Taylor Ward, once again, is doing the one thing I will say about Taylor Ward is he is definitely working counts, seeing a lot of pitches. 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. There's a swing and a fly ball, and that's going to get out of play to the right side. We're going to do it again, 2-2. I just wish that Taylor Ward would find a little bit of power. I'm not happy with him being at 2 home runs. And his average continues to go down. He's now down in the 240s. I need better production out of him. 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. There's a fastball, and that's a ground ball foul down the left side. As a podcast for Baltimore Orioles, is it hard to watch them sometimes, or is it exciting to watch them? Oh, Brian, I don't know. It's a little bit of, it's fun. It's stressful. It's whatever they're doing that night. 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. Way outside on a changeup, 3-2. So, again, Taylor Ward's seeing a lot of pitches, and he has run the count full. This will be his 8th pitch of this at-bat. 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. High, ball 4. So Taylor Ward has earned yet another walk. He's worked his way into a leadoff walk. That's incredible. I just wish, as much as I love the fact that he's getting a lot of pitches, seeing a lot of pitches, going deep in counts, I just wish that I could get a little bit more production out of Taylor Ward. 2 home runs, and we're in June. He hit 36 last year. Here's Gunnar. First pitch. Fastball low, ball 1. Yeah, D. Barker, welcome in. Good to have you here. 17 people watching, only 13 likes. Please hit that like button as you're coming in. Leadoff walk for Taylor Ward. Gunnar Henderson's got a 1-0 count. Here it comes. Here's a slider on the outside for ball 2, or a cutter, pardon me. Michaela says, can you remind me, is the batter score supposed to high or low? I get confused with the pitcher. I don't think I understand, Michaela. What do you mean by the batter score? 2-0 pitch. Here comes. Here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1. What do you mean by batter score? Like, you get 3 strikes and you get 4 balls. 2-1 pitch to Gunnar. Here it comes. Nope. Throw over to first. Taylor Ward is back. Sorry, Michaela, I don't understand the question. Can you remind me, is the batter score supposed to high or low? I get confused with the pitcher. Well, the batter is looking at his percentage. Oh, the percent. Yeah, I mean, obviously you want a higher percentage. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a missed strike on a 4-seam fastball up and in. Sure, Brian. No problem at all, buddy. Welcome in. Lefty on lefty for Gunnar. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. There's a fastball high and outside. He's run the count full as well. So full count to Gunnar. And Tolly right now is struggling to find the zone. He walks Taylor Ward, and he has now gone full on Gunnar. Let's see. Let's make sure Gunnar doesn't chase here. He'll tend to do that. 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a foul off again. So, back-to-back good at-bats for the Orioles. As Taylor Ward saw like 8 pitches. Gunnar's on his 7th pitch coming up. Sony 4K. Welcome in, Sony. Good to see you, buddy. All right, Tolly is ready. So is Gunnar. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul back again. So they're timing his fastball. Right now, he's not able to get the fastball by any of the Orioles hitters. And the Orioles are a good fastball hitting team. So they're able to time the fastball. They're not able to get on top of it, but they are doing enough to foul it off. I'm probably looking for something off speed here if I'm Gunnar. React to the fastball. Look for something off speed. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to the first baseman. Throw to second for 1. Back to first. Not in time. They're not going to get the double play. But it was a ground ball right to the first baseman. He threw to second to get the lead out. But Gunnar was able to beat it out. So that's 1 down on a fielder's choice. Gunnar will reach. I'll bring Adley Rutschman to the plate. as I've watched almost every game with the Orioles, if there's one thing that Gunnar has got to get out of, it's the pull hitting aspect. He pulls everything. When Gunnar's going really good, he's going up the middle. He's driving the ball to the opposite field. But when he starts pulling on everything, that's why he struggles. Here's Rutschman. First pitch is a fastball for a strike, 0-1. And I think that's the thing with Gunnar this year. He's gotten really pull happy. He's not going up the middle and opposite field very much. I agree, Fred. 0-1, here it comes. There's a fastball just low in the zone. That was close, 1-1. That could have been called a strike, really, to be honest with you. So 1-1 count on Adley Rutschman. Gunnar's taking his lead from first. He could go at any pitch. He is a threat to steal. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Here's a ground ball. Dive past the third baseman into left field for a base hit. Gunnar is going to stop at second, but that's a one-out single for Adley Rutschman. And the Orioles have first and second with only one down. Pete Alonso stepping to the plate. That's a nice piece of hitting right there by Rutschman. He got a ball on the inner half of the plate. He turned on it and was able to get it past the third baseman into left field for a base hit. Well, yeah, Fred, that's a big deal. Players have to sometimes take what's given to you. If the ball's out over the plate, go the other way with it. Not everything has to be pulled. All right, here's Alonso. First pitch. Swinging a foul straight back. They are timing his fastball really well to start this game. Alonso fouled that straight back. He was on it. He just didn't get on top of it. So 0-1 count on Pete Alonso. Here it comes. Swinging a foul back again. Another four-seam fastball at 96. So quickly 0-2 on Alonso. Now, the Orioles yesterday got first and second, nobody out in the first inning, and didn't do anything with it. And now here we are, first and second, with one out in the first inning. Alonso stepped up yesterday, and I think he popped out. Let's see what he does this time. Inside, throw back to second. No, Gunnar steals. It was a double steal by the Orioles. Oh, did they get? Oh, they got Rutschman at second. There's a double steal by the Orioles, but they threw behind the runner, and they got Rutschman going to second. So it was a double steal, but Rutschman's thrown out at second base. Gunnar does reach third, but the Orioles did get a runner thrown out. I think he might have been safe. No, he's out. Rutschman didn't even slide. 1-2 pitches, a fastball high, 2-2. So the double steal does not work for the Orioles. Boston does throw out the trail runner in Adley Rutschman. But if we can get a knock here or a pass ball, we could get a run. Let's see what happens. 2-2 count on Pete Alonso. 21 people in, 15 likes. Welcome in, everybody. Please hit the like button. 2-2, here it comes. Inside on a fastball, ball 3-2. So Tolly, first inning, is working hard. This will be pitch number 25 coming up right here. Three-two pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a cutter. And that was way inside. That would have been ball 4. So the Orioles get one hit. They leave a man. We're heading to the bottom of the first inning. No score. That's not good hitting by Pete Alonso right there. Would have been ball 4. All right, here we go. Bottom of the first coming up. Chris Bassett's heading to the mound. Hey, look at that. We already got 16 likes. Very nice. Actually, 17 likes. Thank you, gang. Look at that. Already 17 likes. Welcome in, everybody. We're here to talk baseball. If you have questions, you have comments you want to make, anything you want to talk about, please do so. I'm glad to have all of you in here, and we're going to have a good time tonight. Coming up, Jarren Duran, Rafaela, and Abreu for the Red Sox. Chris Bassett on the mound for the Birds. $18 likes already. That's amazing. 18 likes already. So the Orioles had a chance there in the first inning. They did a double steal, got the trail runner thrown out. They had a runner at third with 2 down, but Alonso could not get him in. So there we go. Chris Bassett on the season, 11 starts, or 9 starts, 4-3 record, 5.06 ERA. Opponents are hitting .299 against him on the season. First pitch to Duran. Here it comes. Here's a fastball outside. Ball 1, 0-1. Sinker, fastball, same thing. It's just not a 4-seam. Sinker outside, 1-0. Jarren Duran, .219 hitter on the season, 10 home runs. 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. There's another sinker. That's a swing and a foul. 1-1. Fred, I'll say this. I think Jackson Holliday helps to solidify the lineup. I think 1-9, the Orioles are now just a little bit deeper having him in there. Not as many holes in the lineup. I know a lot of people are big fans of Jeremiah Jackson. I always said that he's just a bit player, that he might do well for a week or two, but he's really not the go-to guy. One pitch. Here it comes. There's a ground ball past the diving first baseman into right field for a base hit. So that's a leadoff single for Jarren Duran. And that's going to bring Rafaela to the plate. Duran is a threat to run. First pitch. Here it comes. Here's a sinker high. Ball 1, 1-0. But yeah, Fred, I definitely think having Jackson in the lineup a little bit more often definitely helps to solidify the lineup. 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Strike. 1-1. Wow, we're up to 19 likes. That's amazing, gang. Thank you. Rafael's a .279 hitter on the season. He's got a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball. Dribbler up the third base side. Third baseman bare hands it. Throw to first in the dirt. Nice scoop by Pete Alonso. Kobe Mayo charged barehanded. Threw the ball to first. It wasn't a great throw. It was in the dirt, but Alonso scoops it and gets the out. But Jarren Duran does move up. Woohoo! We got the 20 likes. Nice play by Pete Alonso at first. That gets by him. That could be a run. So 1 down, man on second. That's going to bring Abreu to the plate. Wilyer Abreu, .280 hitter on the season, 6 home runs, 25 RBIs. He's got a .766 OPS. Here's the first pitch to him from Bassett. Here's a line drive, base hit into left field. That's going to score the first run of the game. They're not even going to try it. And that's the difference right there, folks. That's what the Orioles got to continue to try to do. That's a big 1-out base hit by Wilyer Abreu, and it gives the Red Sox a 1-0 lead. Jarren Duran scores easily. And that's the difference in winning ball games and losing ball games. When you're able to go out there and get the big knock with runners in scoring position, it makes such a difference. Chris Bassett has not been the pitcher we'd hoped he was going to be this year. Not at all. All right, Wilson Contreras, .281, 11 home runs on the season, .879 OPS. We're looking for a ground ball here. Here's the pitch. There's your ground ball, and it's past the diving third baseman into the left field corner. Taylor Ward's got it. They're going to round him at third. They're going to try and score him. Gunner's going to make the throw home. Safe at the plate. Oh, my goodness, that was so close. They said he was safe. The Orioles are going to look at it, but I think he made it. Nice throw by Taylor Ward. He threw all the way through. But it looks like it didn't matter. The run scores, and just like that, Boston with a single and now a double, and it's 2-0 Red Sox. Looks like the Orioles are going to challenge it, but I think he's out. I think he's safe. I don't know that they got him, but it was a good throw. Oh, I think he might be out. Looks like Adley. Oh, it's so close. I don't think they can overturn that. That is so close. I just don't know how they overturn that. It's close. I don't think they'll overturn it. I think he's going to be safe. But, man, that was really close. Really good throw by Taylor Ward. It bounced a couple times, but it was an accurate throw right to the plate. Slyster, welcome in. And this has been Chris Bassett's Achilles heel. For as well as the Orioles have done as a team, Bassett has not. That is so close. I just don't see how you overturn it. Slyster, welcome in. Welcome in, Victor. They might get him. Nope. Challenge. We lost the challenge. Okay, so they did say he scored. Orioles loot. Nope. Did they overturn it? They did overturn it. They called him out.
The one last night with Gunner on the...
Oh my gosh, they called him out. He is out at the plate. What a great throw by Taylor Ward and an incredible tag by Adley Rutschman at the plate. The Orioles did throw him out. The score stays 1-0. Wow, what a play. First pitch to Yoshida is a called strike on a curveball, 0-1. Wow, nice throw by Taylor Ward. Great tag by Adley Rutschman. He got it and dropped the glove immediately and blocked the plate. Fastball inside, cutter inside and high. Ball 1-1. So the run's taken off the board and we're still at 1-0. That's a big deal. I'll take it too. That's a big deal. Good play. Good execution right there. That was really good execution by the Orioles. Yoshida's got a 1-1 count. Still got a runner in scoring position at second, though. Here's the pitch on a slider. Inside and fouled off. A 1-2 on Yoshida. So Bassett, for as oddly and bad as he's looked so far on some balls that have been hit hard, he's got a chance to get out of this inning with just the one run. Let's see if he can do it. One, two, here it comes. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Jackson's got it. Backhand, got to throw quick. Just in time. He gets it, and that's the inning, folks. So one run in, one man left. Top of the second coming up, 1-0 Boston. Woo! What a play. That was nice. I'll be right back, gang. That was a nice play. O's. Welcome in, everyone. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. I think I'm going to talk to my wife. I want to get the okay from the boss. But if the boss gives the okay, we got a big week of baseball next week. If the boss gives the okay, we are going to do 1 full week of streaming Orioles games. Thank you, Mr. Fred said. Appreciate you saying that. We are going to do 1 week of full streaming, live streaming baseball games. Sunday to Sunday, starting this Sunday. We will be calling every game from this Sunday to next Sunday, all through the week. If the wife says it's okay. I'm not going to do that very often, but every once in a while I'll do a week where I stream straight through the weeks. So if she gives the okay, look for the thumbnails and be sure to like and come on out for more baseball. All right, Orioles got Mayo, Basayo, and Tyler O'Neill stepping to the plate. They're now behind 1-0, so they need to try to get some runs. No new subscribers yet. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. That'll be a first, I'm assuming. Well, yes, it'll be a first time for me doing that. All right, here's Mayo. First pitch to him, swinging a foul back, 0-1. Mayo's starting to warm up. The average isn't really climbing, but he's starting to show more production. 7 home runs, 20 RBIs for a guy that's in his first full major league season. 0-1 pitch. Swinging a foul back, 0-2. I think Mayo's just got to understand his at-bat, his at-bat awareness. Know where you are in the count. You know, you don't have to swing 100 and 110 miles an hour on every single pitch. 0-2 pitch. Swinging a foul back again. On a fastball at 97. Victor, that's not happening. Adley Rutschman's not getting traded to the Yankees. The Orioles would never do that. That's wherever you read that, that is 110% not true. The Orioles would never, ever trade him to the Yankees. Never. Ever. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. There's a cutter outside. Ball 1, 1-2. That won't happen. All right, 1-2 count on Kobe. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a cutter. 1 down. Yeah, Mr. Fred said, I think that's where, as he gets more at-bats and more education in the league, Mayo will understand and learn that, that, hey, you're down 0-2 in the count. Maybe just, this at-bat, say, okay, next time I'll get the home run. Let's go ahead. All right, first pitch to Basayo is a ground ball. It's a chopper. Third baseman's got to charge it. He gets it, throws to first in time. Nice play. And on one pitch, Sam Basayo is out. It was a chopper, went high. It was almost like a Baltimore chop. But Basayo doesn't run very hard. So third baseman charged it, threw a strike, and that's 2 quick outs here in the top of the second. Tyler O'Neill. Here's the first pitch. There's a fastball right down Broadway. 4-seam, too. 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 on Tyler O'Neill. Quickly behind in the count. 0-2. Boy, he's been a major disappointment after signing a 3-year deal with the Orioles. He just has not done his job at all. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That was easy. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Tyler O'Neill is down on strikes. Boy, has he been a total disappointment for the Orioles. He is playing his way off the Orioles. I mean, he is playing his way off the Orioles. Well, Slyster, I think there's something to be said for that. I think they're strictly doing matchups. But I think at some point, I think the Orioles will probably make a decision on Tyler O'Neill before the end of the year. And I think you might see more of Cowser. I think at some point you've got to say to Cowser, it's your make or break. Go do it or don't. He's got to learn to hit lefties at some point. He does. At some point, Cowser's going to have to learn to hit left-handers. Yeah, I agree, regardless if it's a lefty or righty. At some point, you can't protect him against all lefties. If it's a major left-hander out there, that's one thing. Maybe you give him a night off here and there. But if it's just a lefty that's okay, not that good, he's gotta learn to hit lefties. But the Orioles signed Tyler O'Neill to a 3-year, $49 million contract. They're going to give him at bats. Well, Slyster, I don't know. Lefty on righty isn't necessarily analytics. And if it is, then it's been analytics that have been around since the beginning of baseball. Lefty on lefty has always been a thing in baseball. Some guys don't hit lefties well, and they do. Others do. And that's just how it is in baseball. It's always been like that. The Orioles back in the day used to have John Lowenstein and Gary Renicky. Lowenstein would bat against righties, and Renicky would hit against lefties. That's how it was. That's what they would do. They'd do matchups, and that's back in the 80s. So it happens. Yeah, it is better than O'Neill right now. He's been bad. All right, first pitch, Chris Bassett to the hitter is a ball, 1-0. Here's Gasper. Mickey Gasper. I don't even know who this is. 1-0 count. Bassett needs a quick inning. Here's pitch. Here's a cutter, sinker outside, ball 2. 2-0. 22 likes already. Thank you all very much. All right, 2-0 count. Here it comes. Here's a ground ball right to the first baseman. Looks like he's going to take it himself. He just makes it to the bag, too. He was kind of taking his time. But Alonso takes it himself, steps on the bag, and that's 1 down. When will we see Kjerstad? I don't know. That's a good question. Right now you've got Taylor Ward, Colton Cowser, Tyler O'Neill, Blaze Alexander, Leody Taveras, all playing the outfield. There's really nowhere to put Kjerstad at this point. He'll have to hit his way back to this team. Here's Kiner Falefa. First pitch to him is a cutter called strike, 0-1. It looked high, but they called it a strike. So 0-1 on Kiner Falefa. Excuse me. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. Curveball in the dirt. Ball 1. 1-1. Yeah, I don't see Heston Kjerstad making this team unless he absolutely tears the door down or unless there's injuries. 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a foul back on a cutter. 1-2. So quickly 0-2 on Isaiah Kiner Falefa. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. So 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the second inning for Chris Bassett. Very nice. That was a cutter on the outside part of the plate, and he could not lay off. Thank you, Sony. That's going to bring Mayer to the plate. Who is it? Marcelo Mayer. 222 hitter, 2 home runs, 14 RBIs, 582 OPS. First pitch, pop up. Medium depth left field. It's going to be on the warning track. Taylor Ward's there. He's got it. And that's the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left. Top of the third inning coming up. 1-0 Boston. That was a good inning by Chris Bassett. He needed that bounce back inning right there, and he got it. Jackson Holiday, Blaze Alexander, Taylor Ward coming to the plate. 8-9-1 for the Birds. 8-9-1 for the Birds. And I like the fact that even though it's a lefty on the mound, I like the fact that Craig Albernaz is playing Jackson Holiday. Him, Basayo, two guys that have only been in the league, for a very minimal amount of time. Everybody's got to remember, as hard as it is to think about, Jackson Holliday is only in his second full season in the major leagues. Second full season. Samuel Basallo, his first full season. I think he actually still qualifies for Rookie of the Year. You can't miss that. Same thing with Kobe Mayo. This is Kobe Mayo's first full season in the major leagues. He played last year, but he didn't play the whole season. This is his first full season in the major leagues. These guys are still relatively young with relatively small amounts of at-bats. They will get better. Well, I don't know about that, Mr. Fred said. Tyler O'Neill is a much better defensive right fielder than Heston Kjerstad is. And batting-wise, I would have to say right about now they're even. Because Kjerstad's not been great with the bat either. He's got a lot of catching up to do. And defensively, Tyler O'Neill is the better player. I love Kjerstad, don't get me wrong. But I don't know that I would play him over Tyler O'Neill in right field. All right, here's Jackson Holliday, first pitch. Swing and a miss, strike, 0-1. So Tolly is really, really relying on his fastball. 0-1 pitch, here it comes. Excuse me, that's a fastball high, 1-1. One pitch. There's a fastball inside and low, ball 2. So right now, Tolly is definitely fastball heavy. But to his chagrin, he doesn't have control of his fastball right now. 2-1 pitch. There's a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. Nice piece of hitting by Jackson Holliday. He went to left center field. He went up the middle and a little bit opposite field. Went with the pitch and drove it into center field for a base hit. That's a good piece of hitting by Jackson right there. Didn't try to do too much. Went up and got it and just serves it into center field. Leadoff single for Jackson Holliday and the Orioles. That's going to bring Blaze Alexander to the plate. Again, another guy at first that can run. You might see Jackson go. Fastball outside, ball 1 to Blaze Alexander. So in the base running category, they didn't give Gunnar Henderson a stolen base. I don't understand that. They gave a caught stealing to Rutschman, but that should be a steal for Gunnar. 1-0 pitch. High, ball 2. 2-0 on a fastball. 22 likes, gang. Hit that like button. We're trying to get to 40. So Blaze has got a 2-0 count. Let's see what he can do here. He's actually doing better. 273 hitter on the season. Here's a pitch. Swinging a foul back. 2-1. Yeah, folks, if you're coming in, I know you're baseball fans and Orioles fans, but if you're Disney fans as well, we do have a Disney channel. We have almost 30,000 subscribers over there. You need to go check us out. There's our link right there below. 2-1 pitch to Blaze. Here it comes. Here's a swing and a foul back again. So 2-1 goes to 2-2. We're even. Uh. 2-2 count right here. Orioles got a leadoff single from Jackson Holliday. 2-2 count on Blaze Alexander. Tolly is at the belt. He's ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a four-seamer out of the zone. And that's 1 down. See, a pitch like that, if you're Blaze Alexander, just let it go. He's not going to do anything with it. So 1 down. I think at some point you got to start the runner. Try to get him in scoring position with the top of the lineup coming up here. Here's Taylor Ward, first pitch. Check swing. That's a foul. 0-1. So Tolly is very fastball heavy right now. Very fastball heavy. Everything he's throwing is four-seam fastball. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. Excuse me. It's fouled back. 0-2. Oh, 2 count on Taylor Ward. He is 0 for 0. He walked his first time up. Here's pitch. Ground ball off the pitcher into center field for a base hit. Jackson's going to stop at second. That's a single for Taylor Ward. The pitcher, it was off his foot into center field for a base hit. And now the Orioles, here we are again. First and second, only one out. That's going to bring Gunnar to the plate. And again, if you're Gunnar right here, you don't try to do too much. Just, put the barrel to the ball. Try to get a base hit, get a run in. Good speed on the bases. Let's see what he can do. First pitch. Pops it up on the first pitch. First baseman's under it. He's got it, and that's the out. Come on. That's just terrible baseball right there. That's just not a good at-bat by Gunnar Henderson. Again, he's trying to pull off on the ball. Instead of just take a pitch. So 2 down in the inning, and that's going to bring Rutschman to the plate. Adley singled his last time up. These big clutch players are not coming. Well, so these big-time superstar players are not coming through for the Orioles right now. Here's the first pitch to him. Way inside. Almost hit Rutschman. Ball 1. 1-0. One-0 pitch. Here it comes. Oh, that's a fastball called a strike. It looked like it was low, but it's called a strike. So quickly, 0-2 on Rutschman. And the Orioles, here we are again with a runner in scoring position. And can they do it? What's up, Chris? Welcome in, bud. I hope everybody's doing well. 0-2 pitch. Here it comes. Fly ball, center field. Well, right field. I'm sorry. Right field is under it. He's got it. That's the inning. Nothing doing for the Birds. They get a hit. Man left. 2 hits. 2 men left. Bottom of the third coming up. 1-0 Boston. Opportunities to score are there, and they're just not coming through. They're now 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. Well, Slyster, it is. It definitely is. If they lose this game, we can go back to these first couple innings where they've had some opportunities to put runs on the board, and they weren't able to do it. There's something to be said for that. I agree. Look, think about it this way, and I'll be honest with you. When you think about it, think about a team for a second. If you're a team and you're hitting 300 with runners in scoring position, 300 with runners in scoring position, you're hitting 300 as a team with runners in scoring position, you would think, wow, that's fantastic. They're hitting 300 with runners in scoring position. And to be honest, it is. It's good. But that still means you failed 7 out of 10 times. So, I'm not expecting the Orioles to hit 600, go 6 for 10 with runners in scoring position. But if they can get 2 out of 10 and hit, well, not even 2 out of 10, they need to be somewhere in the 270 to 300 range with runners in scoring position for me to be happy. All right, bottom of the third inning. We're hoping for another quick one from Chris Bassett. Let's see what he can do. But you get Gunnar Henderson and Adley Rutschman coming to the plate with first and second, and you don't even move the runners up. Pop up and a fly out. And that's just that can't happen. All right, here's Caleb Durbin. Bassett's ready. First pitch. Here's a swing and a foul. 0-1. Hey, welcome in, Stanley Booth. P-Rob's talking way too much on the broadcast, so I switched to your channel for now. I totally get it. Welcome in, man. Caleb Durbin on the season, 186, 1 home run, 22 RBIs. Not having a good start to the season for him. 0-1. Here it comes. Fastball high. 1-1. Well, cutter high. 1-1. I think the one... All right, let's see what they do here. 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. There's a line drive base hit into center field. Bassett with a fastball, but got way too much of the plate. And Caleb Durbin just serves it in center field for a base hit. Well, I think, Stanley, what you're trying to do there is you're hoping that Boston is going to try to throw out the lead runner. They didn't do that. They threw behind the lead runner, and they went after the trail runner in Adley Rutschman, and they threw him out. But you know what? Either way, Alonso, get the big hit. He didn't get the hit. There's a curveball for a strike to Jarren Duran, 0-1. I have no problem with the double steal. I don't. Try to make something happen. Be aggressive on the base pass. I'm okay with that. For me, personally. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm okay with it. 0-1 pitch, curveball again. It's a pop-up to the infield. Kobe Mayo's calling it. He's got it. That's first out. That's a big out right there. So one down for Rafaela coming to the plate. Yeah, Victor, congrats on your Mets win. All right, here's Rafaela. First pitch to him. Here it comes. There's a sinker for a strike. 0-1. 23 legs, gang. We are 17 away from our goal. All right, Bassett's ready. Here it comes. No, throw over to first. Runner's back. Slicer, you're funny. I actually really like Ben McDonald. I think he's very good at calling games. Oh, 1 pitch. Here it comes. There's a cutter high. Ball 1-1. Rafaela on the season is a 278 hitter with a 770 OPS. If you're Chris Bassett, you're looking for a ground ball at somebody. Here we go. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, throw to second. The runner's going. And he is safe. So Caleb Durbin steals second. Good pitch to run on, too. But it's a swing and a miss by the runner, by the hitter. But he was almost already the second by the time Rutschman even got up to throw. He didn't steal that on Rutschman. He stole that on the pitcher. So now they got another runner in scoring position, but 1-2 count on on Rafaela. Here's the pitch. Here's a curveball. Fly ball. Medium depth center field. Blaze Alexander's got it. That's the second out. 2 down. Yeah, but Roberts is good. I don't mind Brian Roberts. I really love Ben McDonald. I like Palmer. I do. I like Jim Palmer. I think Jim Palmer calls a very good game, and he's very honest. You know, I know Palmer's going to be, he's pushing 80, but I really think Jim Palmer calls a good game. He's a good color commentator. All right, here's Abreu, man on second. 2 down now. Here's Bassett's pitch. Check swing foul, 0-1. He did not want to swing at that. So quickly 0-1 on Wilyer Abreu, who got the RBI the first time up. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Curveball or slider in and low, ball 1. Kevin Brown could be vacationing. I don't know. I haven't seen him in a while. I don't know if he's calling other games. He could be calling national games, not the Washington Nationals. I'm talking about national, like countrywide games. 1-1 pitch. Here's a come. Ground ball just fouled down the first base line. I don't know what I was trying to say there, but I don't know where Kevin Brown is. I don't think anything's wrong. I think he could be calling like college games. He could be calling national games right now. I don't know. $24 likes. Thank you, everybody. 16 to go. We're getting there. And Abreu's got a 1-2 count. Bassett's trying to get out of this third inning. Let's see if he can do it. Here's the pitch. Here's a cutter high and outside, ball 2. Jim Palmer was my mother, God rest her soul. That was her favorite baseball player on the Orioles was Jim Palmer. She loved Palmer. Palmer and Louis Aparicio. 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. Cutter high. Ball 3. 3-2. That was a sinker high. Sorry. So from 1-2 to 3-2, Wilson Contreras is on deck. If I'm Chris Bassett, I'm trying to get this guy right here. Don't want to let this game get out of hand if you're Chris Bassett. Here it comes. 3-2 pitch. Curveball fouled off. Good piece of hitting right there by Abreu because that would have been a strike. So 3-2 count again. Bassett's at the belt and ready. Here we go. Here's pitch. Swinging a foul off again. Yeah, Stanley, that very well could be it. That's what I was saying when I said national games. Because he's probably calling, I figured it was college stuff. So, yeah, it very well could be what it is as to what he's doing. So, I'm sure he'll be back later on this month. Three-two pitch from Chris Bassett. Here it comes. Fly ball, right field and hit deep, really deep, way back. Is it gone? It is gone. A home run for Wilyer Abreu down the right field line. It stayed inside the pole. And just like that, it's 3-0 Boston. Wow. It's exactly what I just said. Don't let this game get out of hand. And Chris Bassett just gave up a huge home run down the line. 3-0 Boston. It's just, that's on him. It's just bad baseball. All right, here's Wilson Contreras. First pitch to him. Here it comes. Curveball is low and outside, ball 1. Now, I got to stop calling Oriole games. Every time I call an Oriole game, they lose. You guys notice that? I must be the jinx. Every time I call a game, they lose. Maybe I shouldn't call all the games next week. I'm afraid they might go on a losing streak. 1-0 pitch. Here comes. There's a cutter or slider outside. Ball 2. 2-0. Yeah, it's the inherent issue with these Orioles pitchers is they can't seem to get out of an inning. When an inning gets out of hand, it gets really out of hand. Ball 3. And Chris Bassett is visibly upset on the mound. Ball 4. He walks him on 4 pitches. Probably going to see the pitching coach come out and talk to Bassett because, first off, he looks visibly upset. No, here comes Craig Albernaz. Here comes the manager coming out. Is he going to make a pitching change? No, he's not going to make a pitching change, but Albernaz is out. I wonder what they're talking about here. That's interesting.
Action in the bullpen, and the Orioles long man right now, Albert Suarez.
All right, so the manager came out and talked to him, but I don't know what it was they were talking about. That was interesting. Albert Suarez is warming up. They're talking in the bullpen. I don't know what's going on. I don't think Bassett's hurt. But he keeps shaking his head like this, like he's frustrated. Something's definitely going on. First pitch, there's a sinker or changeup for a strike. 0-1 to Yoshida. So 0-1 count. Bassett's got to keep it right here. Oh, 1 pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a foul back on a cutter. So quickly 0-2. Really was hoping for some length from Bassett today. You know, at 3 innings, you really don't want to pull him at 3 innings if possible. But if he's struggling like this, he's only at 43 pitches. 0-2 pitch. Nope, steps off. Welcome in, everyone. Good to have you all here. If you haven't already hit that like button, please do so. We're trying to get to 40 likes. We're at 24. Oh, 2. Curveball just off the plate. 1-2. Bassett's only got 1 strikeout. One walk. 5 hits. Excuse me. 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Fouled back. No, I don't think so. Victor, I don't think it's an injury because he's still in the game. If there was some sort of injury, they would have pulled him. Well, Slicer, I wouldn't pull him just yet. He to be honest with you, he made the one bad pitch to Abreu. Abreu's got all 3 RBIs. He's got 2 of their 5 hits. 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a foul again. We're going to do it again. I don't know. You know, guys... The thing about starting pitchers, I coached baseball for a couple years when I was younger. You've got to give guys a little bit of rope. You've got to let them try to work their way out of tough innings and work their way through tough starts. You know, we're not always going to pull a guy after 1 inning of bad, 1 or 2 bad innings. 1-2 pitch, there's a line drive. That is going to fall for a base hit into center field. Runner's going to round second and head to third. So that's first and third with 2 downs. Yoshida knocks it into center field. You know, but now with Yoshida getting a hit, and now it's first and third, and you got Gasper coming to the plate. That was a curveball that was up, and he just went up and got it. They'll probably come get him now because it certainly can't allow them to get any more runs. They've already got 3. It can't get any worse than 3 at this point. So here's Gasper. Nope, they're going to let Chris Bassett stay in the game. Here's the pitch. Here's a four-seamer off the plate. Ball 1. One 0 count on Gasper. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball high, ball 2. Or cutter high, ball 2. Bassett has just absolutely lost it this inning. Oddly enough, the Orioles since May 25th have the third lowest ERA in baseball. Ball 3 on a sinker. 3-0. 2.10 ERA since May 25th. That's pretty good. .30 pitch. There's a strike on a sinker. 3-1. .3-1 pitch. Here it comes. Ball 4 on a slider. And the bases are loaded. That's going to do it for him, I'm sure. I'm sure that Albarnaz is going to come out right here and they're going to pull him at this point. Nope. At least not yet. I don't know if he's waiting for the hitter to be announced. Calling down to the bullpen. They're probably going to see if Suarez is ready. Suarez is ready. Nope, they're going to leave him in. Here's first pitch. Curveball strike right there. 0-1. So they're going to allow Chris Bassett to either get out of this or bury the Orioles in this game right here. Here's Kiner Falefa. He struck out. The only strikeout of the game right here. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes, folks. Curveball inside and low. Ball 1. So manager Craig Albarnaz is allowing Chris Bassett to get out of this, or he's allowing him to bury his team for this game. Hey, Jack, welcome in. Good to have you here. 1-1 pitch. Pop up. Third base side. Mayo's going to give it a look, but it's out of play. Welcome in, Jack. Good to have you here. Hey, 25 likes. Thanks, guys. 15 to go. So right now he's got a 1-2 count on Kiner Falefa right here. This is probably one of the biggest pitches of the game right here. Again, they're going to allow Bassett to get out of this, or they're going to allow him to bury the team. One of the two is going to happen right here. Here's the 1-2 pitch. There's a ground ball of the third baseman. Mayo's just going to step on the bag, and that's the inning. So a couple runs in on a home run. Bassett gets out of it. We're heading to the top of the fourth. 3-0 Boston. Jack, my opinion on why I think the Orioles struggle against lefties is how do I word this correctly? I think there is something to it. You know, some of their really good hitters, they tend to hit or they tend to sit them against lefties. And I don't necessarily agree with that. I think hitters, you know, baseball players are creatures of habit. You know, they're used to repetition. They're used to routine. And sometimes when you have a lefty on the mound, unless it's Randy Johnson or Tom Glavine or Warren Spahn, if it's just a lefty, some of these guys got to play through it. So I think that's part of the reason. Bassett isn't terrible tonight. Unfortunately for him, the Orioles offense has been quite quiet so far. Jack, he hasn't been great either. He's been okay. But you're right. The Orioles have had opportunities to put 1 or 2 runs on the board themselves, and they haven't been able to cash in. Boston has, and that's the difference between winning and losing games. Yeah, Jeff, he's definitely laboring, and it doesn't make sense because he's only thrown. I think he's only thrown 50 pitches. He's got to come out for the fourth. Yeah, no, Bassett hasn't been good at all. I agree, Slyster. He's had a couple starts, but for the majority of the season, no, he's not been good. Absolutely, you're right. He's got an ERA over 5. All right, here's Pete Alonso. First pitch to him. Here it comes. There's a strike on a sinker, 0-1. Absolutely has not been good. I agree 100%. 25 likes. Welcome in, everybody. Muscle Car Crazy. Welcome in. 0-1 pitch. Inside and low. Ball 1. 1-1. One pitch. Here it is. Check swing. Did he go? Check down the first base umpire. He says he did. 1-2. One-two pitch on the way. There's a line drive. That's down for a base hit into right field. Pete Alonso went the other way on a ball that was in on him, and it kind of handcuffed him inside, and he just shoots it into right field for a base hit. Alonso's been so good this year on his hits. 18 to left, 22 to the middle, 18 pull, 22 to the middle of the field, and 16 to the opposite field for Alonso this year. All right, here's Mayo. First pitch. Swinging a foul back, 0-1. It's almost a carbon copy of his first at bat. Yeah, I agree, Jack. Only the fourth inning, but you need to start chipping into this lead. Oh, 1 pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a foul back again. He's setting them up just like he did last time. Fastball's out over the plate. Outside of the plate, Mayo is chased twice. And watch, now he's going to go low and in, and Mayo's going to strike out. This is what he got him on last time. And this is part of educating yourself on your at-bats. Mayo's got to understand this is almost a carbon copy of the exact same first at-bat he had first time up. Away, and then he's going to pound him in to try to get him. Let's see if Mayo has learned anything from that. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball. Right field, medium depth. But it's caught by the right fielder, and that's one down. So one down in the inning. That's going to bring Basayo to the plate. Orioles have 4 hits in the game. In 3 innings, 3 and a third, they have 4 hits. First pitch to Basayo, here it is. Inside and low, ball 1, 1-0. Good take by Sam there. Thank you for the likes, gang. We're at 28. That's awesome. 1-0 pitch, here it comes. Here's a fly ball, center field. No, it was a pop-up. Caught by the shortstop. I thought it was going to fall in center. Good play by the shortstop to get it, and that's the second out. Well, yeah, Jack, I was going to say, Basayo's job is to drive guys in. His job isn't to bunt guys over. His job is to hit the ball hard somewhere. Here's the first pitch. Tyler O'Neill swinging a foul back, 0-1. He's batting 280 on the season, or 279 on the season. I mean, he's hitting well. It's not all home runs for Basayo. He's got some good doubles, some good base hits. He's having a good first season. Remember, he's a rookie. 0-1. There's fastball high, 1-1. So I think everybody, you have to take that into account. There's a lot. Go around the league and look at rookies. The majority of them are struggling, and they're learning just like everybody. 1-1 pitch. Fly ball, right field, shallow. Right fielder in, second baseman out, and a nice catch over the shoulder by the second baseman. And that's the inning, guys. No runs. A hit. A man left. Bottom of the fourth coming up. 3-0 Boston. Orioles are... Oh, my. Welcome in, everyone. First time in. I hope you subscribe. Come back for more. Next week, we're hoping to do... Hey, we picked up a subscriber. Thank you. Hoping to do every game starting Sunday of next week. Sunday to Sunday. Just got to get the okay, and maybe we'll do it. Hang on. I'll be right back. Got to use the restroom. Talk amongst yourselves, everybody. All right, we're back. Albert Suarez is in the game for the Orioles. 241, 261 ERA on the season. Marcelo Meyer, first pitch to him. Fastball outside and high. Ball 1-0. Welcome in, everybody. 29 likes. We're almost to 30. Our goal is 40. Let's see if we can make that goal tonight. 1-0 pitch on the way. There's a swing and a foul back, 1-1. So Suarez is, wow, what a journey he's had this year. He was, I think he made the opening day roster, and then they DFA'd him, and then they signed him to a minor league contract. They brought him back up. They DFA'd him again. 1-1 pitch, here it comes. There's a changeup low and outside, ball 2. Then they DFA'd him again, and then he signed a major league contract, and now he's back on the ball club. So Albert Suarez has definitely been a road this year. 2-1 pitch. There's a changeup for a strike. Oh, called a ball low. Looked like a strike to me. So Sunday to Sunday of next week, you'll be seeing 4 Mariners games and 3 Padres games from me. 3-1 pitch. There's a line drive, base hit up the middle. So a leadoff single for Kiner Falefa. No, what am I saying? Marcelo Meyer. My apologies. Caleb Durbin stepping to the plate. He's 1 for 1. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Appreciate you all very much. We got 29 likes. We're trying to get to 40. We are close. We are only 11 off the mark. Here is Caleb Durbin. 1 for 1 in the game. Suarez checks the runner at first. Here's the pitch. Oh, he squares the bunt. Good bunt down the first base side. Throw to second by Alonso. In time, they get the lead runner. That was very nice. It was a bunt down the first base line. Alonso charges, spins, throws a strike to second to get the lead runner. That was good play by Alonso. Great defense. One down, still a man at first, but they get the lead runner. Durbin he laid it down too hard. Here's Caleb Durbin. First pitch of him is a curveball low, 1-0. That was a nice play by Pete Alonso right there. One-zero pitch. There's a changeup outside, ball 2. Yes, let's go O's. Welcome in, everybody. This is the Birdland Network. Orioles games, baseball vlogs, and videos. Be sure to check us out. We'd love for you to subscribe and hit that bell notification. Hit it to all so you know when we're going live. 2-0 pitches, change up low, ball 3. So Suarez is struggling right here. I mean, he got a gimme out on the bunt that wasn't well executed. But he gave up the base hit, and now he's 3-0 on Jarren Duran. There's a called strike on a four-seamer, 3-1. Yeah, I'm sure you do, Victor, for sure. He's a good player, for sure. I like him. 3-1 count on Caleb Durbin. You got to be careful. I mean, on Jarren Duran, you got to be careful here. Throw over the first, runner's back. Duran hasn't hit a lot of home runs this year, but he does have potential, and he's definitely a gap hitter. And a ball in the gap is going to score Caleb Durbin. 3-1, here it comes. Swing and a miss on a changeup, 3-2. That was a nice pitch by Suarez right there. Outside part of the plate, and Duran just swung right through it. So we got a full count on Jarren Duran. Caleb Durbin's on first after a fielder's choice. One down here in the bottom of the fourth inning with a 3-0 lead for the Red Sox. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a changeup. He got him. Throw back down to first. Nope. Runner gets back in time. But he got him to swing at a changeup way out in front of it. 2 down. Suarez has got the changeup working right now. He doesn't have very good fastball command at the moment, but that changeup's working. Here's Rafaela. He's 0 for 2. First pitch to him. Fastball outside and high, ball 1. So his changeup is working for him, but right now Suarez does not have fastball command. He's falling behind on these hitters. Here's the 1-0 pitch. There's a fastball for a strike. 1-1. One count. Suarez's pitch. There's a fly ball. Left center field. And it's going to drop for a base hit. I thought it was going to be caught. It looked like a lazy fly ball. Nobody got there. I thought, oh my gosh, I thought Taylor Ward had it. It looked the way he was running like he had it, and they let it drop. And the runner goes all the way to third. Oh my goodness, that should have been caught. So first and third on a ball. That ball hung up so much, I would have bet money that ball was going to be caught. That is not good baseball.
They were like, why don't you go mess around out there and see what, and that was the hardest thing I ever did.
So first and third, here's Abreu. He's been the killer tonight. Fastball high and outside, ball 1. He's 2 for 2. He's got all 3 RBIs, does Abreu, in this game. And here he is with another chance for another RBI. He's been an Orioles killer tonight. Suarez has got to come up with a pitch here. 1-0 pitch. There's a changeup for a strike, 1-1. Low in the zone, that's a good pitch. Man, I really thought that ball should have been caught. I mean, you got an infielder playing the outfield. Blaze Alexander's playing center field. Go figure. 1-1 pitch. Swinging a foul back. So quickly 1-2 on Abreu. So I don't really understand that. He is tonight, Pete. Welcome in, Pete. Part in the channel. Pete goes live pretty much every day of the week. He'll do baseball, football, hockey, wrestling, you name it, and Disney content. So a 1-2 count on Abreu right here. 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He got him on a four-seamer. And that's the inning. Good mix of pitches by Suarez. He should have been out of the inning a little bit sooner, but he is out of it. We're going to head to the top of the fifth inning. Boston's got a 3-0 lead. Orioles need to get something going. Pete, hit that like button as you're coming in. Trying to get to 30 likes. Oh, my. Orioles got to get some offense going here. It's going to be Jackson Holiday, Blaze Alexander, Taylor Ward, 8-9-1. 8-9-1 coming up. 3-0 Boston. Top of the fifth. At the end of the fifth inning, we'll do a rundown of the scores around Major League Baseball tonight. We'll see how that's going. Thanks, Pete. Whoever that was, thank you for the like. That gets us to 30, I think. Trying to get to 40. Thanks, Pete. Appreciate you. All right, O's fans, we need some runs right here. We got the 8-9-1 hitters coming up. Thanks, Victor, for sharing Pete's channel. 30 likes. That's awesome, gang. Good job. We got 10 more to go. Get to our goal. First pitch to Jackson. Fastball on the outside corner. Strike. 0-1. Well, sinker, which is a form of a fastball. 1 for 1. Jackson went up the middle first time up for a base hit. See what he does here. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. Inside on a four-seamer. 1-1. Yeah, definitely, Pete. I mean, you got men on first and second, 1 out, can't get a run home. Got a man on third with 2 outs, can't get a run home. Man on second with 2 outs, can't get him home. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike. 1-2. You got to cash in. You don't have to cash in every time. We talked about this earlier. You get 1 hit out of 3 opportunities. You're batting .333 with runners in scoring position, and you got to run on the board. Just 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Fastball outside, ball 2. So again, Peyton Tolley has been fastball heavy this entire game. Two pitch. Here it comes. Curveball. Got him. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Jackson's looking fastball right there because that's what he's been throwing the whole game. And Tolley goes curveball on him and has him way out in front on a ball that would have easily been, on a pitch that easily would have been a ball. It wasn't even close to the strike zone. But he got him. Here's Blaze. Swing and a miss. Strike on a fastball outside. And Tolley's kind of smirking. Set him up. He set him up perfectly. Fastball, and then went curveball away. And, if you're Jackson, you got to be ready for the fastball, and you're gearing up for that. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Tolley just said, here, hit it. Fastball 96, middle center cut. And Blaze couldn't catch up to it. 0-2, here it comes. There's another fastball, but that one's low. Ball, 1-2. So a 1-2 count on Blaze Alexander. The Orioles need some runners now. Need some base runners. 1-2 pitch. Pop up. First base side, but that's going to get out of play. Got to get some runners on if you're the Orioles here. One, two. Here it comes. Curveball outside. Ball 1. 1-2. Or 2-2. I'm sorry. 2-2. So again, that's what he's doing. He's setting these hitters up. He's going hard, 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 soft. And he'll probably go hard here. 2-2 pitch. Yep, fastball. Four-seamer, fouled off. They're going to do it again. And it's what Tolly's done well so far in this game is he's changed speeds and he's kept the hitters off balance. They just aren't sure what's coming. I mean, at 2-2 here, I'm looking fastball here. And he goes curve. But it's outside, ball 3. Now, at this point, I switch it. If I'm Blaze Alexander right here, I'm looking curveball. I'll react to the fastball. See what he gets. Here's a pitch. Fastball, swinging a foul again down the first base side. First baseman's going to give it a look, but it's going to get out of play. And that's what you got to do as a hitter, in my opinion. When you get in these types of counts, look off speed, react to the fastball. Have confidence in your bat speed to get around on the fastball if necessary. You got to look for the off speed here. Here it is, 3-2 pitch. Fastball, ground ball right up the middle. Backhanded by the second baseman. Throw to first in plenty of time, and that's the second out of the inning. So 2 down, and here's Taylor Ward. He's 1 for 1 with a walk. First pitch, swing and a miss on a four-seamer. 0-1. That's been the inherent issue with this Orioles team all year long that I've noticed is just the inconsistency. You have a couple games where you play really well, and then you come back and you have a game like this. Next pitch, fastball is a pop-up. Third baseman. Nope, shortstop's calling for it. And he doesn't catch it! It falls in! It was a pop-up to the shortstop. He came in on it, and then he misjudged it, I guess, and he drops it. I don't know. I guess that'll be an error. He never really touched it. He came in on it, and then he went back, and then just didn't catch it. And they gave Taylor Ward a hit for that because he didn't touch it. Here's Gunnar. First pitch. Fastball outside and low, ball 1. Now, if you're the Orioles, you've got to find a way to capitalize on this right here. Gunnar's looked bad twice tonight. 2 bad at bats. See what he can do here. 1-0 pitch. Fastball, strike, 1-1. So 1-1 count on Gunnar Henderson. Looking to try to drive one somewhere. Let's see what he can do. Here's a pitch. Here's a ground ball. Past the diving first baseman. Down the right field line. That's going to be extra bases. Taylor Ward's going to he's going to turn third, but he's not going to score. It's going to be second and third for the Orioles. I didn't know what I was saying there. Gunnar Henderson, he hit the bag and went flying up in the air down the right field line. So a 2-out double for Gunnar Henderson. And here we go again. The Orioles got a chance. And it was off his glove. Oh, the first baseman should have had it. It hit off the top of his glove. That's bad fielding by the first baseman. I don't know if Gunnar's going to get... They gave him a hit, but that could have been an error. First baseman was literally pretty much hugging the line. He was right next to the base. and he kind of half dove for it, which I don't even know why he did that. And it hit off of his wrist and went down the line. I thought it hit the bag. So here comes Rutschman. He's 1 for 2, and here's another opportunity with a runner in scoring position for Adley Rutschman. A base hit here is going to score 2 runs for the O's. You're getting these opportunities. You've got to cash in at some point. First pitch. Check swing. It's high. Ball 1. 1-0. You've got Tolly on the ropes right here. You've got to cash in here. 1-0. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on the cutter. 1-1. That was inside and low. The hitters are the hitters for the Orioles right now are really gearing up for the fastball, and they're getting fooled on the off-speed pitches. 1-1. Fly ball. Right field hit pretty deep, but it's going to be playable. The right fielder's got it, and that's your inning. Nothing doing for the Orioles in the top of the 5th. Couple hits. 2 left. Bottom of the 5th coming up. 3-0 Red Sox. Orioles are 0 for in this game with runners to score in position. 0 for 4. It is definitely going to come back to bite you. It will definitely come back to bite you when you do that kind of stuff. Ample opportunities here to get runs for the Orioles. They've got 6 hits. Boston's got 8, and yet we have no runs on the board. They are 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position of the Orioles. Whereas Boston is 2 for 6. Oh, my. Two steps forward, 1 step back for the Birds. Yeah, Pete, Ugg is right. I mean, that's the third inning out of 4 now, or 3 out of 5 innings where they've had runners in scoring position with 2 outs or less than 2 outs, and they can't even get 1 run home. Those are the types of things that will hurt you in the regular season and just in baseball in general. So I give you guys an idea. I just looked it up. For the Orioles this year, with runners in scoring position, the Orioles are batting .239 with runners in scoring position. That's not good. And that's before tonight. So they're 0 for 4 tonight. That .239 is going to go down even further. All right, here's Albert Suarez. First pitch to Contreras is high and inside. Ball 1, 1-0. Yeah, Victor. I mean, they're a game out, but they're 3 games under 500. They're a game out because the American League right now is weak. 1-0 pitch. That's a 4-seamer. It's high and outside. Ball 2. I mean, yeah, but again, you've got to take advantage of. You got a team in last place in the Red Sox, not playing well. You got to take advantage of that. 2-0 pitch. There's a cutter for a strike, 2-1. But, you just continue to win series. If the Orioles can find a way to come back in this game and win, they win the series. If they don't, they got to win tomorrow. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike, 2-2. It's not like Tolly is dominating them. They're getting runners on base. They just can't cash in. 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. There's a fly ball in the center field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. That's going to get down. Blaze is going to charge. Oh, he's going to second. He is safe at second. Good running by Contreras. Blaze Alexander was shaded over to the left. The ball was over to right center field. And Blaze took his time getting there. And Wilson Contreras out of the box was hustling. And he stretched a single into a double. Blaze Alexander kind of took the long route, kind of circled the ball instead of going right to it. And Contreras took advantage of it. So a leadoff double. Here's Yoshida. Curveball outside, ball one. So right now, Boston is doing the little things that the Orioles aren't doing, and that's why they're winning. 1-0 pitch. Here's this changeup outside, ball two. Hey, 31 likes. We got 9 to go. Just a good play by Wilson Contreras. Really good hustle. 2-0 pitch coming right here. Here it is. Changeup off the plate, ball three. Oh my. So Bassett was struggling, and Suarez is struggling. Rio. Here's fastball inside corner, strike 3-1. So if you're Suarez right here, you got to figure out a way to get back in this count. Of course, if you walk him, you set up the double play. 3-1 pitch, here it comes. Outside on the changeup, ball four. So Suarez is throwing a lot of changeups in this game. And he's now got first and second. Nobody out for Mickey Gasper coming to the plate. 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out and a walk is Gasper. He's got a chance here for a golden opportunity for an RBI. Here's the pitch. Fastball, strike, 0-1. Four-seamer right down the middle. Oh, 1 pitch, fly ball. Medium depth center field. Oh, he lost it! Center fielder lost it! It got away from him. It goes all the way to the wall. All the runs are going to score. All three are going to score inside the park, I think. No, it's a triple. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? Blaze Alexander in center field totally loses the ball. And 2 runs score. It's a triple for Gasper on a ball that should have easily been a pop-up. Why on earth is he playing center field? Five nothing. Wow. Cutter up high, ball one, 1-0. That's terrible baseball. That is strictly on Craig Albernaz. I have no clue why Blaze Alexander is in center field. Sorry. Here's a pitch. Fly ball right, left field. That's high. It's off the top of the wall. It's going to get down for a hit. It's going to be a double. A double for Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, and the run scored is now 6-0. And Boston is just piling on at this point. Orioles are just terrible, terrible baseball. That's absolutely embarrassing right there. That ball, Blaze Alexander was 20 feet away from that ball. I mean, he was 20 feet away from that ball. He wasn't even close. 6-0 Boston. They have just piled it on this inning. Wow. Whew, man, that's just terrible baseball. Blaze Alexander has got to come out. He's got to come out of center field. I don't care. At this point, he comes out. Colton Cowser goes to center field and stays out there. Period. I don't give a. Pardon my language. I don't give a shit. That's bad baseball. All right, here's Marcelo Meyer. Still nobody out in the inning. Bottom of this, still nobody out. Here's the pitch. There's a curveball high and outside. Ball one. Still nobody out. Oh, Michaela, don't even worry about it. Baseball's baseball. They play 162 games. 1-0 pitch. There's a swing and a ground ball. Foul at the plate. It's quite all right. They play 162 games. Look, even a team that wins 100, that means they lost 62 times. So, it's fine. One pitch, change up outside and low, ball two. Well, Victor, that'd be a neat trick if you can time me out. I'd like to see you try that. 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. 2-1 pitch, I'm sorry. Outside, ball three. So now Suarez can't find the plate, and he's struggling. Three-one pitch. Here it comes. Ground ball to shortstop. Gunner's going to charge. His only play is the first. In time, he's going to get the out. Runner's going to move over to third. So one down. Boston gets the runner over to third. And that's going to bring Caleb Durbin to the plate. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside and high. Ball one. 1-0. Oh, my. Thank you, Sony. 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. Here's a curveball or cutter swinging a foul. 1-1. One pitch. Here it comes. Here's a strike on a cutter. 1-2. So 1-2 count right here. Here it comes. There's a line drive down the left field line in the corner. Is it fair? It is fair. It's going to be for extra bases again. I thought it was foul, but it's a double for Caleb Durbin, and it's now 7-0. And the Orioles are just getting smoked. Everything thrown up there is getting hit, and hit hard. And there's still only one out in the inning, guys, and it's 7-0. They've put in a 5 spot in this, a 4 spot in this inning so far. Here's Jarren Duran. Here's a pitch. Fastball strike right there, 0-1. Goodness gracious, man. Just bad baseball by the Orioles today. 7-0 Boston. They're putting it on the Orioles right now, let me tell you. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. Ground ball to second baseman. Jackson's got it. Throw to first. That's the second out. Durbin moves over to third. Just to give you an example of what I'm talking about, the Orioles. Orioles today, runners in scoring position, 0 for 4. Boston, runners in scoring position, 5 for 10. They're batting .500 today with runners in scoring position. Here's Rafaela. First pitch to him is a fastball high. 0-1, 1-0. What a difference. They're 5 out of 10 with runners in scoring position today. They're .500. That's why they have a 7-0 lead. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a foul back. 1-1. 9 likes away, gang. Hit that like button. Orioles are letting me down. Don't you guys let me down. 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. Fastball outside. Ball 2. 2-1. Albert Suarez's ERA has skyrocketed. It's now over 4. He was at 2.5. 2-1 pitch. Fly ball down left field line. Foul. 2-2. He had an ERA of about 2.65. It's now over 4. Two pitch. Here it comes. Ground ball. Nice play by Alonso. Throw to first. The runner is safe. Suarez did not beat him to the bag. Alonso dove, threw it to the pitcher covering, but he was late to the bag, and the hitter dove into first base and beat him there, and it's 8-0. Complete meltdown by the Orioles in this inning. Suarez does not get off the mound, and he beats him to the bag. He's safe by a mile. It's not even close. Rafaela with the hustle play. And that's the thing. Boston's been hustling in this game. And the Orioles look like they're sleepwalking. Blaze Alexander circles a single and makes a single into a double. Blaze Alexander doesn't catch a ball in center field. It should have been a pop-up. Another pop-up in left center field's not caught. Suarez doesn't cover the bag at first. And here we are at 8-0. That's a team complete failure. And all of that falls on the manager and the players. That's total lack of discipline. Four-seam fastball outside and high. Ball 2. 2-1. 5 spot on the board for them. 5 spot. What was a close game is now over. Here's a pitch. Line drive caught by shortstop Gunnar Henderson. And mercifully, the inning is finally over. Top of the 6th coming up. 8-0 Boston. 8-0 Boston. Guys, I might have to stop calling games because every time I call a game, the Orioles get their you-know-what's kicked. All right, let's go around the league. Let's do Major League Baseball scoreboard and get some updates. Bottom of the 7th inning, Phillies got a 3-1 lead over the Padres. Top of the 6th, Guardians 3-2 over the Yankees. Top of the 6th, Royals Reds tied 2-2. Top of the 5th, Braves 4-2 over the Blue Jays. Top of the 4th, Giants Brewers are scoreless. Top of the 3rd, Cardinals 1-0 over the Rangers. Bottom of the 2nd, A's 2-0 over the Cubs. Top of the 2nd, Astros Pirates are scoreless. Rockies Angels, Dodgers Diamondbacks are later on tonight. There are some finals around Major League Baseball. Marlins with the 4-1 lead over the Nationals. Tigers get the 7-2 win over the Rays. White Sox with an 8-0 win over the Twins. And the Mets get a win over the Mariners 7-1. That's your Major League scoreboard. Man, the Orioles. I don't even know what to say, man. That's just not good baseball across the board. I mean, at this point, it's 8-0. Leave him. Excuse me. Leave him in. Can't get any worse. Leave Alexander out there now. It's too late now. Damage is done. Good Lord. All right, here's Pete Alonso. He'll probably hit a home run now. It's 8-0. Here's a pitch. Here's a strike, 0-1. That sounds about right, right? When they're losing 8-0, they'll get a couple home runs. Meaningless home runs that, do nothing for the game. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's ground ball to the first baseman. He's going to take it himself. Step on the bag. 1 down. Yeah, Michaela, Indians are playing, or Guardians, or Indians, whatever you want to call them, are playing well. All right, here's Kobe Mayo. First pitch. There's a fly ball, left field, base hit. Mayo turns on the first pitch and gets a 1-out single. Good piece of hitting right there by Mayo. Didn't try to do too much, got a pitch, drove it into left field for a base hit. That's going to bring Basayo to the plate. He is 0 for 2. A ground out and a line out. Let's see what he can do. Here's the pitch. First pitch is a curveball for a strike. 0-1. Just caught the bottom of the zone. It was definitely a strike. Just caught the bottom of the zone. 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. There's a fly ball. Medium depth center field. Hit it to the wrong part of the park. It's at the warning track, but it's caught. That's the 2nd out. He hit it a long way, but he hit it to the dead center field where it's 420 to center field. Center fielder was right there, and it's 2 down. I don't know. Here's Tyler O'Neill. He's 0 for 2. Now batting 162 on the season. What in the world was that? What just happened? The pitcher stepped off the mound, but he had to throw the ball because if he didn't throw it, it would have been a balk. And when he threw it to the backstop, and Mayo just kept going, and he's all the way at 3rd. What did I just see?
We've had some weird things happen tonight. This is another one.
So the pitcher...
Kobe just took off running to second and either totally decided to take a balk.
Manager Craig Alvarez coming out.
That's crazy. So it looks like they're going to send Mayo back. The pitcher, Mayo started to run like he was going to steal the base. And the pitcher kind of stepped off, but then didn't, and then threw home. And when he threw home, he threw it way over the catcher's head, and Mayo just kept running. So I have no idea what they're going to do. Are they going to give him a stolen base? Is it going to be a balk? What it's going to be? I have no idea. He's at 2nd no matter what. Because it's either going to be a stolen base for Mayo or it's going to be a balk. It's one or the other. I think they're probably going to give him a balk. What up, G? G Wilson, welcome in, buddy. Good to have you here. Be sure to hit that like button as you're coming in. We're trying to get to 40. There it is, my man. Thank you, brother. So they sent Mayo back to second. I guess it's going to be a balk on Peyton Tolley. So here's the pitch to Tyler O'Neill with a chance at an RBI now. Here's pitch. High fastball, high. Ball 1-0. I mean, Mayo can run because I don't really think that they're worried so much about him running. At this point, it's 8-0 in the 6th inning. 1-0 pitch on the way. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Strike on a cutter. 1-1. Just bad. When the Orioles have played the complete bad game tonight. 1-1 pitch. High and outside. Ball 2-1. I mean, they've looked bad offensively. They've looked bad defensively. They've looked bad in pitching. They have not had a good night at all. And it shows in the scoreboard. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on the cutter. 2-2. A 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. Foul back. We're going to do it again. Two pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a foul back again. What's up, Richard, the legend, R. Johns? Good to see you, bud. Man, we're not looking good tonight, Richard. Bad game all around, dude. Pretty much every aspect of the game, the Orioles have looked bad. They're 0 for 4 at runners in scoring position. They're about to be 0 for 5 at runners in scoring position. 2-2. High. Ball 3-2. Full count. Here's pitch. Fouled off again. So Neal's making him work. This is probably going to be the last hitter for Tolley, no matter what. I don't know if they'll let him face Jackson Holiday on deck. So if he walks O'Neill, I don't think they'll let him pitch to Holiday, but we'll see. Even if it is lefty on lefty. 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. They'll get him. No, inside and low. He walked him. Ball 4. So here we go again. The Orioles with first and second, 2 outs. You have a chance here to get a couple runs. Red Sox challenged that pitch, and they're going to lose it. I don't know why they challenged that, but they did, and they lose the challenge. It was definitely ball 4. So Tolley is going to stay out there to pitch to Jackson Holiday. So it's a lefty on lefty. Holiday is 1 for 2 in the game. He got a single his first time up and struck out badly his second time up. He got a chance at an RBI here. Let's see what happens. Here's first pitch. Fly ball, center field. Center fielder's over, and he catches it, and that's the out. So nothing doing for the Birds. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Orioles are now 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position in this game. 0 for 5. Welcome in, everybody. 32 likes, I think. Actually, hot diggity, we're at 33 likes. We got a shot here at 40. We really do. Thanks to you guys. All right, I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, I'm back. Sorry if I missed anything. All right, 0-1 count. Looks like Anthony Nunez is pitching for the Orioles. 1-1 count on Contreras. Nobody knows. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on the sweeper. 1-2. 8-0, folks. One, two. Sweeper. Fly ball down the right field line. It's going to be foul. Oh, my God. Bad. Bad, folks. If I'm the Orioles, Anthony Nunez is finishing this game out. He's getting the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Well, 6th, 7th, and 8th. One-two pitch on the way. Here it comes. There's a ground ball, base hit into left field. So a leadoff base hit for Contreras. He made a wide turn again, and he almost looked like he was going to try and stretch that one into a double. I got to be honest with you. Peyton Tolley, 7 innings, no runs. Gave up 7 hits. Scattered 7 hits. Here's Yoshida. Fastball is a ball. High, 1-0. Man, this team. Every time I think the Orioles are about ready to go on a run, they throw up a clunker like this. 1-0 pitch. Here's a sweeper for a strike, 1-1. 34 likes. We got another one. Good job, everybody. Orioles need a ground ball at somebody. 1-1 pitch outside on a changeup. Ball 2. 2-1. The Boston Red Sox are 6 for 12 with runners in scoring position tonight. 500. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on the sweeper. 2-2. They're batting 500 tonight with runners in scoring position. That's nuts. And the Orioles are batting 0 with runners in scoring position. 0. 2-2 pitch. That ball's way in the dirt. Gets past him. That's going to move the runner up to second on probably a wild pitch. Well, no, it hit him. It hit Yoshida. Hit the foot. So that's a hit batsman for Anthony Nunez. So first and second now, and the Orioles are just absolutely falling apart. Wow, they have absolutely fallen apart in this game. And here is Gasper, who got the 2-run triple on a ball where Blaze Alexander lost it in the lights, in the seats, just lost it. Swinging a foul back, 0-1. And here we go again with Boston possibly getting more runs. 0-1 pitch. Fastball outside and high. Ball 2. Or ball 1. 1-1. Hey, 35 likes. Thank you, gang. Appreciate you. Looks like everybody's left us because the Orioles are down. 1-1 pitch on the way. Here it comes. Way outside on the changeup. Ball 2. 2-1. Sad part about it is you've got Tampa Bay, New York, and Toronto all losing tonight. 2-1 pitch. Outside on the changeup again. Ball 3. So Anthony Nunez is just, he struggled like everybody else tonight behind on the dish. on the bump. Brassett wasn't good. Suarez was worse. And Anthony Nunez hasn't retired anybody yet. 3-1. There's a fastball just on the outside corner. 3-2. That was definitely a strike for sure. So 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. Sweeper is fouled off. So we're going to do it again. I think we picked up a subscriber. Yep, we picked up one tonight. I'll take it. One subscriber tonight. I was hoping to get a couple more, but we'll take the one. Thank you to the one subscriber. Appreciate that. 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He got him. It was a sinker up and over to the plate. And Gasper went after it and misses it. And that's one down. Just couldn't catch up to it. One out. That's going to bring Isaiah Kiner-Falefa to the plate. He doubled his last time up. Here's first pitch to him right here. Here it comes. Here's this sweeper for a strike. 0-1. Bottom of the sixth. 8-0 Boston. They have 14 hits in the game. And they've only struck out 4 times. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a sweeper. That's a line drive. Caught by the second baseman, Jackson Holiday. That's going to be the second out. And that's going to bring Marcelo Meyer to the plate. Marcelo Meyer, he's 1 for 3. Every player in the Red Sox lineup tonight, has a hit. All 9 players have a hit. First pitch is a sweeper low, ball 1, 1-0. Yep, all 9 players for the Boston Red Sox tonight have a hit. They are now 6 for 14 with runners in scoring position. They've had 14 opportunities with runners in scoring position. Orioles challenged that ball, and they lose the challenge because it was a ball. So 1-0. Pitch. Swinging a fly ball left field. Hit pretty good. Back is Taylor Ward at the wall, and he catches it. Taylor Ward makes the catch at the wall. That's the inning. No runs, 1 walk, and a man left. Top of the 7th coming up. Boston with an 8-0 lead. Man, what a day. This team is killing me, Smalls. 36 likes. We are 4 away, gang. There's the 4. 4 horsemen right there. 4 away. Four likes away from hitting our goal of 40. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Why haven't you subscribed? Go subscribe. Come back for more baseball. Hey, D. Barker, thanks for watching my video, too, by the way. I appreciate that. On the, greatest players to wear number 5. Hope you like that. I've got the other ones. 1 through 5 are out there right now. I'm working on number 6. I think we all know who that's going to be. I've got a video of my top 10 Disney resorts coming out. I'm working on that as well for my other channel. So it's going to be Blaze Alexander, Taylor Ward, Gunnar Henderson. 9-1-2. here in the top of the 7th inning. 8-0 Red Sox. Smoking the Orioles right now. And we are 4 likes away from our goal. Welcome in, everybody. This is the Birdland Network. We talk all things Orioles in Major League Baseball. I hope you subscribe. I hope you give us a like. Help us reach our goal of 40 likes. All right, new pitcher on the mound. Ryan Watson in the game. He's a righty. And sure enough, the Orioles are going to pinch hit Blaze Alexander for Colton Cowser. So now Blaze Alexander, he can't do any more damage for the Orioles tonight because he is now out of the game. Here's Cowser. To his credit, Cowser's started to really warm up. His batting average has gone up probably about almost 40 points. He's up to 223. So he's getting there. Let's see what he can do here. Just like to see a few hits from the Orioles, that's all. First pitch. Fly ball. Left field, he swings at the very first pitch. Left fielder is going over, and he's got it. That's the first out. I don't know. There's no patience with most of the Orioles hitters. Just no patience. Take a pitch or two and, get a feel for the game a little bit. Anyway, 1 down. Here's Taylor Ward. He's 2 for 2 in the game with a walk. He's had a good night. First pitch. There's a fastball, cutter strike, 0-1. I think the thing about Taylor Ward, he's 250 average, 2 home runs, 17 RBIs. Just not driving the ball. 0-1, here it comes. Here's a sweeper for a strike, 0-2. It almost feels like, from time to time, Taylor Ward refuses to swing the bat. He's had a couple pitches right there where you would think he might try to take a hack. Let's see what he does here. 0-2. Outside. Ball 1 on a sweeper. 1-2. One-two pitch on the way. Here it comes. Here's a line drive, base hit into center field. Taylor Ward, 3 for 3 in the game. Again, everything with Gunnar in this game, everything with Gunnar is pull, pull, pull. Everything with Gunner's been pull, pull, pull the whole game. And I would love to see him go opposite field or up the middle. First pitch to him. Here it is. Here's a cutter in the dirt. 1-0. Ball 1. 1-0. Come on, guys. Hit that like button as you're coming in. We are still 4 away from our goal. One-oh pitch. Here it comes. There's a sinker fouled off to the right. 0-1. Or fouled off to the left. Pardon me. 0-1. Excuse me. Oh, 1 pitch. Here it comes. Has a sinker just off the plate. 2-1. That's a good take by Gunnar right there. But again, he doesn't like anything out over the plate or the outside of the plate because he wants to pull. 2-1 pitch. Here it comes. Curveball, swing and a miss on a terrible pitch. That was Gunnar is really, really, really struggling at the plate right now. He looks lost. He is pulling off on everything. He's trying to jack one right there on a curveball, and he looks silly swinging at that pitch. That was a bad swing. So a 2-2 count on Gunnar Henderson. I'm telling you, when he's at his best, he's going up the middle with the ball. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 down. Here's Rutschman. He's going to turn around to the left side of the plate for the first time tonight. He's 1 for 3 in the game. First pitch. Here's a sweeper for a strike. 0-1. Oh, 0-1 count on Adley Rutschman. Here's the pitch. There's a 4-seam fastball low in the zone, but it's a strike. 0-2. So Ryan Watson's coming in, and he's looked good so far. Gave up the single to Taylor Ward. Other than that, he's looked really good. Got Jackson Holiday, got Gunnar Henderson, and it's got an 0-2 count on Rutschman right here. Here's pitch. Sweeper off the plate. Ball 1. 1-2. Well, that's a curveball. Pardon me. 1-2. Curveball. Hey, I think we got to 37. We did. 37 likes. 3 to go. 3 to go. 1-2 pitch. No, he steps off. Still got 11 of you in here watching. Appreciate that. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a foul off to the left side. We're going to do it again. One-two pitch. Curveball in the dirt. 2-2. Good stop by the catcher. 38. I saw it. I know I did. Yay. 38. 2 to go, gang. Deuce. I can't do that one. That one I can't do very well. 2, however you want to do it. And 2-2 count, too. Here we go. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul off again. 38 likes. We got a shot. Yeah, gang. Orioles have done nothing tonight, but you guys aren't letting me down. Well, we haven't gotten there yet, but you're close. All right, 2-2 count on Adley Rutschman. Still got a runner on first. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, center field, hit pretty good. Center fielder's going back at the wall! Oh, he hits the wall! He's down, the ball's down. Taylor Ward's easily going to score. Rutschman's going to go into third with a stand-up triple. Center fielder went back, tried to get it, and he ran right into the wall. Great effort by the center fielder, but man, he hit a brick wall, literally. And the ball's down. The Orioles score a run. Triple for Adley Rutschman. 8-1. The comeback is on. Hey, we got the 39 likes, too. Look at you guys. 1 to go. So, Rutschman with the triple. Nice try by Rafaela in center field. He went straight back. Rutschman hit that ball a mile. And Rafaela almost got there. He almost got there. But it's a 2-out triple for Adley Rutschman. The Orioles are now 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position. No, they're not. He wasn't in scoring position. He was on first base, so it doesn't count. But it's a triple for Rutschman and an RBI, and it's going to bring Alonso to the plate. 8-1. The Orioles are on the board, folks. Woohoo! Let's see what Alonso can do. First pitch to him. Here it comes. There's a sweeper, low, ball one. He almost got to that ball. There's a line drive caught by the shortstop. No, one hopper, throw to first in time. He gets Pete Alonso, and that's the inning. I thought he caught it on the fly. It was a one hopper. All right, bottom of the seventh coming up, 8-1. Boston is smoking the Orioles right now. Putting it on them, guys. We are one like away. Still only one new subscriber, though. I'm a little sad about that. Oh, we went down to 38 likes? Oh, man, what happened? I thought we were at 39. Well, we are at 39. Okay. Anyway, everybody, welcome in. Thank you all for being here tonight. Hope you're enjoying the game. It's not much of a game, 8-1. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed the commentary tonight. We talked a little baseball. We'll see what happens the rest of the way. I've been saying this all along. I'll say it again. Enjoy baseball while you can, because there will not be any baseball in 2027. I can promise you that right now, that I don't think one pitch will be thrown in 2027 for Major League Baseball. I have a feeling that we are in for a very, very long and nasty fight between the Players Union and the owners. I think it's coming. I hate to say it. I don't want it to happen. I don't think it should happen. I think that if it does happen, it's going to be bad for baseball. All right, Anthony Nunez back out there. First pitch is a sweeper. Pop up. Shallow center field. Kowser's got it. That's one down. So one pitch, one out. But honestly, I don't think there's going to be baseball in 2027. I think the owners are finally going to be steadfast in their decision of needing a salary cap in baseball, and the players just aren't going to. It's not. They want nothing to do with a salary cap. Here's Jaron Duran, first pitch, sweeper for a strike, 0-1. And I am steadfast on the owner's side. I know I'm one of the only ones that's on the owner's side, but I am definitely on the owner's side. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on the changeup. 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Here comes high. Ball one. That was a four-seamer. Way high. Ball one. 1-0. One more like and we hit our goal. 1-2 pitch. There's a line drive. Foul ball down the right field line. Just foul. Oh, we're going to do it again. 1 and 2. Ah, excuse me. I'm interested to see what everybody else thinks about the labor negotiations. One, two pitch. Here it comes. Way outside. Ball 2. 2 and 2. That sweeper did not sweep. Two pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball. He got him. So Nunez has got 2 outs here. Good job by Anthony Nunez right there. 2 down. He just challenged him with a fastball up and in, and he just couldn't catch up to it. So 2 outs. It's going to bring Rafael to the plate. He's 2 for 4 in the game. First pitch. There's a line drive down the right field line. That's going to get past Alonso. Rafael is going to make the turn. He's going to go to second. The throw in, and he's safe. And once again, the Orioles, Tyler O'Neill, comes up and is not coming up running. And Rafael takes advantage of it and turns and bolts to second.
You deserve that after you went head first into the wall in an 8-0 game. This wasn't hit hard. It was cued off the end of the bat a little bit, but perfectly placed on that right field line.
And once again, the Orioles outfielders are not going hard after the ball. And that's a double when it should have been a single. Here's Wilson. Here's Abreu. Here's Abreu. First pitch, fly ball center field. Should be caught by Cowser. He's under it. He's got it. That's the inning. But man, another outfield blunder by not hustling. The inning's over. No runs. 1 hit. Man left. We're heading to the 8th. 8-1. Man, that's just... If I'm the Orioles, by the way, you have to discuss after the game. The manager's got to discuss that stuff. Guys, let me know, how's the audio tonight? Hopefully you guys can hear me well. We have a really good mic. I think you do, but I just want to make sure. Appreciate everybody being here. It's been a lot of fun so far. Audio's great. Okay, thank you, Jeannie. You just want to make sure. Excuse me. Top of the 8th inning coming up for the Birds. Kobe Mayo, Samuel Basayo, Tyler O'Neill stepping to the plate for the Birds. Five, 6, 7 hitters. Orioles are 0 for 6 tonight with runners in scoring position. 0 for 6. Kobe Mayo, 1 for 3 in the game. He got a single his last time up. See what he can do this time. You take a game like this now and you just try to better yourself. See what he can do. First pitch. Swinging a foul, 0-1. So I don't think Mayo's taken a pitch all game. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a sweeper for a ball, 1-1. One count. Kobe Mayo. Here's pitch. Swing and a miss on the sweeper, 1-2. And again, he's looking to jack one right there. He swung through his heels on that one, man. Goodness gracious, he almost fell down. 1-2. Nope. Kobe Mayo calls time. So here we go. Mayo's ready. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the sweeper. He got him. It's just they're bad at bats. You don't even, it looks like you don't even know. The problem with these types of at bats that I have with Mayo and some of these other guys is it's either a refusal to adjust or you just have absolutely no clue what you're doing. And you're just swinging and hoping you're going to make contact. I don't know. Here's Basayo. First pitch to him is a sweeper, low. Ball 1. I mean, he is swinging through his heels on every single pitch. Like he's trying to hit the ball 700 feet and he's going to get 10 runs with one swing. 1-0. Here it comes. There's a cutter inside. Ball 2. And that's the difference. I mean, you look at a Basayo who's 21 years old. He's a rookie. There's a willingness there to take pitches. He's, first 2 pitches he's taken. 2-0 pitch. Swinging a foul back. 2-1. So there's a willingness there at a Basayo that I don't see with Mayo sometimes. A willingness to take a pitch or two. Here it comes. Oh, that was right down the middle. Strike. 2-2. That was a 4-seamer right down the middle. I think Basayo must have been looking for something else. Because that was probably the best pitch he's going to get to hit. So 2-2 count on Samuel Basayo. Here it is. There's a curveball in the dirt. Ball 3. So he runs the count full. Hey! We hit the likes. I think we hit 40. I think we hit 40. Heck, we might even hit 41. Thank you guys very much. Let me take that out of there. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. And see, that's what I like about Basayo. He will take a walk. We did. We got the 41 likes. Guys, thank you very much. And the Orioles got a base runner. Woohoo! Here comes Tyler O'Neill. Good Lord. Tyler O'Neill's batting average is down to 162. He's got a 504 OPS. First pitch to him. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 4-seamer right down the middle. Basically, Ryan Watson said, here it is, hit it. And O'Neill couldn't catch up to it. Strike 1. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. There's a sweeper in the dirt. Ball 1. 1-1. There's only one down in the inning. 41 likes, gang. That's amazing. Thank you all very much. Please stay. Obviously, watch time means a lot as well. The longer you watch, the more it helps the channel as well. One count on Tyler O'Neill. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul at the plate. 1-2. It looks like it was off of Tyler O'Neill's shin. So he's kind of walking it off right now. You guys are amazing. 41 likes is incredible. Thank you. One of these days, we're going to get a stream where we hit 100 likes. I know we are. We'll get there one day. All right, Tyler O'Neill, 1-2 count. Runner at first, one down. It's the top of the 8th inning. It's an 8-1 Boston lead. Here's a pitch. Fly ball down the right field line. It's going to be foul. Thank you, Jeannie. I appreciate that. So O'Neill is hanging tough. 1-2 count on him. Here it comes. Pop up on the infield. Third baseman's under it. He's calling for it. And he almost dropped it. But it's caught by the third baseman. That's 2 down. That's going to bring Jackson Holiday to the plate. First pitch to him. Sweeper outside. Curveball outside. Ball 1. That's nuts. Tyler O'Neill is now batting 160, and he's got a 500 OPS. Horrible. 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a foul back. 1-1. Winds are starting to pick up at Boston right now. 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a foul back. 1-2. That's a four-seam fastball right down the middle. At this point, Boston's doing exactly what you should do when you have a lead like this. No need to walk anybody. Challenge the hitters. Make them earn their way on. And the Orioles aren't able to square anything up right now. 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. That's a sweep curveball. Low. Ball 2. 2-2. I'd like to see Jackson get a hit here. Even if the Orioles don't do anything with it. I'd like to see him get a hit. Try to string together a couple hits. Get his confidence up. 2-2. Here it comes. Swinging a ground ball to first base. He's going to take it himself. Step on the bag, and that's the inning. No runs. No hits. No errors. A man left. Bottom of the 8th. Coming up. Looks like it's going to be Contreras, Yoshida, and Gasper stepping to the plate for the Red Sox in the bottom of the 8th inning. Hey, we picked up another subscriber too. Thank you, gang. You know, we only have 1,300 subscribers, so I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. It means a lot. You know, we got 41 likes on the stream, and I just think that's awesome. So thank you again. It means a lot, folks. The Orioles have failed us tonight, but you guys certainly haven't. We hit the like. We actually picked up a couple more subscribers. Can't beat that. Thank you all very much. I hope you've enjoyed the game. I hope you've enjoyed the call. I hope you've enjoyed it, you know, for what it is. Hasn't been a very competitive game, which is unfortunate. Win or lose, I would have at least liked a competitive game. They haven't really given us that. But, you know, hey. Anybody ready for the 4th of July as we celebrate 250 years of this great nation? I am excited for it. All right, new pitcher in the mound for the Orioles, Grant Wolfram. Wilson Contreras, first pitch to him. Here it comes. Swinging a foul back, 0-1. I am ready for the 4th of July. I have off for the 4th of July weekend, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th. The 4th and the 5th fall on the weekends, but we're off the 2nd and the 3rd as well. I'm excited. I can't wait. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. Pop up. Catcher's going to give it a look. First, third baseman's going to come in, and Kobe Mayer's going to make the catch. Rutschman was not moving from behind the plate. He was just standing there, and Kobe Mayo had to come all the way in from third base, and he makes the catch. 1 down. I don't know what's going on with the Orioles in the pop-ups tonight, but they are really struggling. I don't know if it's the wind, if it's the lighting, if it's both. Nice, Genie. All right, here's Yoshida. First pitch to him. It's a sinker inside and low, ball 1. I tell you guys, maybe I shouldn't call games. There's a strike. Oh, and 1-1. I really got to wonder if I should call the Orioles game. It seems like the majority of the time when I call a game, the Orioles lose. Last game I called, they lost 6-5. Remember, that was a game they were winning 5-0 and blew it. 1-1 pitch. Here's a strike. 1-2. 1-2, I mean. And then tonight, you guys still there? Let me know if you're still there. Something happened. I don't know what just happened, but I think we're back. Sorry about that. Let me know if we're still there, gang, please. All right, 1-1 count on Gasper, who's now swinging from the right side. Let me know if you're still there, please, okay? Wow, we went down to 5 people watching. Where'd everybody go? Yeah, I thought I froze. I had something happen on this end. Fly ball, right field's going to be foul. So quickly, 1-2 on Gasper. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Something happened where I lost the stream. I lost the connection to the game. It froze for a second. I apologize. I don't know if something's going on outside, or if we had an internet issue. All right, we're back now. Good, I'm going on outside. If we had an internet issue. All right, we're back now. Good, I'm glad. All right, 1-2 count on Gasper here. Nobody on base. Let's see if Wolfram can put him away. Here comes the pitch. There's a curveball. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did, said the first base umpire, and that's the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Top of the 9th coming up. Boston a lot. The Orioles a little. Trash Panda. Is that Trash Panda? Welcome in, Trash. Do I think the Orioles are making the playoffs? It's June 3rd? And they're 1 game out of the playoffs, and they're 3 games under 500. That's really hard to say. If they continue to play as inconsistent as they've played through June 3rd, no, they're not going to make the playoffs. They have to become a better than 500 team to make the playoffs. I know the American League is down right now, and a lot of teams are under 500, but I do not think it'll stay that way. I think these teams will start to shake out a little bit, and teams will go over 500. If the Orioles continue to play under 500, no, they are not going to make the playoffs. It's that simple. They'll have to play better baseball. A game like tonight does not instill any sort of confidence in me that they will play better baseball. Tonight was a total failure across the board, almost in pretty much every aspect of the game. Starting pitching, relief pitching, defense, offense, all of it was bad tonight. But you know what wasn't bad? you guys. 42 likes. We hit our goal in likes tonight. I appreciate y'all. So here we go. Top of the 9th inning for the O's. It looks like it's going to be Colton Cowser, Taylor Ward, Gunnar Henderson. 9-1-2. Here we are. Here we go. First pitch. Curveball off the plate. Ball 1. Did the Orioles have a 9-run comeback in them? No. 1-0 pitch. That's off the plate with the sinker. Ball 2. 2-0. Hey, we had as many as 20-something watching earlier, so I appreciate that. Two-0 pitch. Outside on another sinker. Ball 3. Ryan Watson, his pitches are close, but he is missing. And those are good takes by Cowser. He's not chasing. Got a 3-0 count here. You need base runners. But to be honest with you, whatever he does, I'm fine with. Here's a strike. 3-1. Right down the middle. So he was taken all the way. I get it. You need base runners. But you're down 7 runs in the top of the 9th. And you're not coming back in this game. 3-1 pitch. Here it comes. Ball 4. He walks him on another sinker outside. So a leadoff walk for the O's. Good at bat for Cowser. That's going to bring Ward to the plate. Taylor Ward is 3 for 3 with a walk in this game. He has reached base all 4 times to the plate. Let's see what he can do here. First pitch to Ward. Here it comes. Pop up. First pitch swinging. Shallow right field. In comes the right fielder, and he's going to get there for the out. He had to go a long way, but he got there. Just don't understand the at-bats these Orioles players take sometimes. You saw he just walked a leadoff hitter. So if you're Taylor Ward, a guy who usually sees a lot of pitches and goes deep in counts, what do you think would be the last thing he would do? Swing at the first pitch. He does it anyway. All right, 1 down. Here's Gunnar. First pitch to him outside on the sinker. Ball 1. I would have bet money that Taylor Ward would have took at least 1 to 2 pitches that at bat. Nope. He swings at the first pitch, pops it up. Here's Gunnar. 1 for 4 with a double. Here's pitch. Outside on the cutter. 2-0. So Ryan Watson has fallen behind in the counts. He walked Basayo. He's now behind on Gunnar. He got Taylor Ward to swing at the first pitch. 2-0 pitch coming. Here it is. Here's a cutter for a sinker for a strike. 2-1. Two-one pitch on the way. Here it comes. There's a swing and a foul back. 2-2. It looks like Gunner's behind everything tonight. He's not really, like he was behind on that fastball right there. He could not catch up to it. Two-two pitch. Pop up. Second baseman's going out. Center fielder's coming in. Center fielder's called him off, and he's got it. Second out. Again, everything's about launch angle with these guys. They're trying to drive everything, and they're swinging under the ball instead of just swinging level, and they're popping balls up. Okay, here's Rutschman. He is 2 for 4 in the game. He's got a single and a triple and an RBI. Last hope for the O's right here. First pitch. Strike. 0-1. Four-seam fastball right there at 96 miles an hour. 42 likes again. Thanks, gang. It's been an honor tonight. Mods, great job as usual. Thank you to all those new subscribers. Thanks for those who watched. Thanks for those who commented in the chat tonight. I appreciate you. I hope you guys enjoyed this tonight. It's been a lot of fun. We got a 1-1 count here on Adley Rutschman. He's the last chance for the O's. Thank you to Sony, Jeannie, Victor, all those who shared out all of our information tonight. It's been a pleasure for sure. 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. Here's a fly ball, center field. Hit pretty well again. Back goes Rafaela at the wall. He catches it. And that, folks, is the game. So there you have it. That's your final. The Red Sox put it on the Orioles. 8 runs. 15 hits, no errors. 1 run, 9 hits, no errors for the Orioles. Your winner is Boston. And that's it, folks. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed bringing it to you. We will see you guys all really, really soon with more baseball. And until next time, keep rooting for the O's and take care of yourselves and each other. And we'll talk to you soon. Again, final score, Red Sox 8, Orioles 1. Good night, folks.